This video may hurt your feelings, but it could help you tremendously in the future. The truth is that many men fall into the nice guy category without even realizing it. Maybe you or someone you know is always acting like the good guy. If you're a goody-goody, it's not your fault. Whether it's because you grew up without a father, because of the female-dominated education system, the wave of extreme feminism, or perhaps a combination of all these, it doesn't matter what has turned you into a goody-goody. Your responsibility is to look forward and abandon the goody-goody attitude. Before you start wondering what's wrong with being a nice guy, I want you to know that there's a big difference between being a nice guy to be around and being Mr. Nice Guy. The main belief of all nice guys is that if they are kind enough to everyone, everyone will give them exactly what they want, or that in order to be good to society, they have to be nice. That's a big fallacy. The reality is that the kinder you are, at the expense of yourself, the more people will take advantage of you. But what if I told you that there was a very dark side to the good guy? What if I told you that the typical nice guy isn't really a nice guy at all? Nice guys only appear to be nice on the outside, but in reality, it's only because they secretly want something in return. The nice guy is often a passive-aggressive person who tries to get what he wants through manipulation by being nice. Nice guys always seek external approval, avoiding conflict, because they have the idea that the world needs to accept them for their achievements. The stoic man is the complete opposite of the nice guy in every respect. If the stoic is kind, it is because he genuinely chooses to be kind. Without any expectation in return or need for validation, he does what he does, thinking only of adding value for others. The stoic man is not afraid to disagree with others and is not afraid of conflict. Now, the stoic isn't looking for problems, but he doesn't avoid them either. He welcomes conflict with open arms when it arises, but not the good guy. The good guys walk on eggshells so as not to offend anyone. They do this not only to please everyone, but also as an act of cowardice. You see, most people who are cowards disguise their cowardice with a false morality. They hide the fact that they don't have the skills to be dangerous or deal with conflicts under the name of moral integrity. In other words, what they say is, "I don't do it because I'm too good a person," rather than, "I don't do it because I'm a coward." When it comes to relationships, the good guy always loses out to the stoic. 20 times out of 20, the good guy has a very generous, false mentality. They put themselves on a pedestal and pretend to be the ideal option. The nice guy will do anything to show how nice he is. When the good guy is rejected by a woman, he will insist that women don't know what they want and that they will later regret missing an opportunity. The stoic man doesn't waste his energy pretending to be someone he's not. Like the good guy, the alpha male can also be rejected by women. The big difference is that the alpha man is sincere and doesn't deny reality or pretend to be a friend when he's rejected. If an alpha man is rejected, he knows there are other fish in the sea and will move on. This doesn't mean that he belittles women for making the decision to reject him, but rather the mentality that just as it is their choice to reject him, he also has the opportunity to meet more women. So the good guy often wastes his time in the friend zone, sometimes for years. The nice guy may never admit that he has been rejected and will deny the reality in his mind. Nice guys really do finish last because of their flawed mentality and behavior. To fix this, you first need to recognize that there is a problem. That's the first step. Nobody wants to admit that they're the good guy who gets ignored or not taken seriously. Just as they are passive-aggressive, they are afraid to show interest from the start for fear of judgment. Reinforcing this idea of social approval. Shall reinforce this by showing you a stoic mantra from Epictetus: don't seek external approval. This is one of the biggest ego battles we suffer from today. With daily social exposure, we feel the need for external approval immensely. Epictetus emphasizes that seeking approval from external sources means giving up your own happiness and autonomy. This is a fundamental Stoic principle when considering what is under our control and what is not. How we judge ourselves, our progress, our success, our wealth, or any other aspect of our life should not be determined by others. When we rely on external validation, we hand over control of our lives to other people. While it's nice to receive praise and admiration, what happens when opinions change or turn against you? What if social values are misaligned? Epictetus influences you to look inwards. Set your own standards and create your own scorecard based on what is truly important to you. A Stoic doesn't seek validation from external sources and doesn't base their happiness or self-esteem on external references. Instead, they find them internally. Your perspective on yourself is more important than other people's perspectives on you. If you're still struggling to cope with external validation because it brings you anguish, anxiety, and nervousness about social pressure, I've left a link in the first comment to help you deal with it as the Stoics did. Take a look. So take an objective look at yourself. Are you resentful or bitter in many situations because you don't get what you want? Pay attention to yourself as if you didn't know yourself and face the hard truth about yourself. The second thing you need to do is start saying no to people. Stop allowing them to take advantage of you just because you can't say no and are passive because of it. Instead of someone disliking you for it, you might be surprised to find that they actually start to respect you more for standing up for yourself. Love yourself and don't sacrifice yourself for people who wouldn't do the same for you. Be kind only if you really want to be kind. It's not about getting a reward. Genuine kindness is done without the expectation of recognition or receiving something in return. You do it out of the goodness of your own heart because you want to see someone else's life improve. Bear in mind that the beauty of life is to give without expecting anything in return, so you don't get hurt and you help others willingly and spontaneously. Work on your self-esteem. Perhaps you're not in good physical shape and need to start going to the gym. After all, a strong body is a strong mind. Your body represents you. Your body shows authority. If it's fit and aesthetic, you can go to places in old clothes, all disheveled. But if you have a strong, aesthetic body, you'll attract attention. But because you're not a goofball, you'll not only arrive at places looking like a real man, you'll also attract attention because of it. By this I mean that you can demonstrate that you are a disciplined person with incontrovertible proof of your results. This means that you put your health first and don't play nice by putting others before yourself. Remember that this is not selfishness but self-care. As soon as we respect ourselves more, others will respect us too. That's why the Stoics emphasize the discipline of focus and going after your goals. Something that nice guys don't do because they're constantly seeking social approval. If you believe that becoming a Stoic will help you to be a better person and bring you a happier and more fulfilling life, I've made a video that will help you to have the mentality of the Stoics. Click on the screen and watch it now.